Motorsport TV Live, brought to you by Motorsport Tickets, the dedicated motorsport experiences provider.
Hello and welcome to Motorsport TV Live. I'm Rachel Downey, bringing you all the latest motorsport news. Alpine could be very dangerous to other F1 teams. Baguette in action at Super GT shootout test. And Valentino Rossi has a fondness for his MotoGP rivalries. All those stories and more coming up here on Motorsport TV Live. Formula One first, and Mercedes has announced it has ended its sponsorship deal with Kingspan with immediate effect. Mercedes named Kingspan as a new partner ahead of last week's Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, but faced outcry over the company's involvement in the Grenfell Tower disaster. The pressure group Grenfell United wrote to Toto Wolff to express their disgust with UK Government Minister Michael Gove, also writing an open letter to the Mercedes boss urging him to reconsider the deal. Ahead of the Abu Dhabi season finale, the team released a statement saying, the Mercedes-AMG Petronas F1 team and Kingspan today announced that they have mutually agreed to end their partnership. Both parties have concluded that it's not appropriate for the partnership to move forward at the current point in time. Grenfell United responded to the news from the group on Twitter by saying Mercedes had done the right thing by disassociating themselves from Kingspan, adding, "With justice still so far away, it's these small steps that encourage us to keep fighting." Esteban Ocon has said that Alpine's recent race execution gives him the belief it's going to be very dangerous to Formula One's top teams with a better car as it tries to cure its inconsistency. Alpine had a slow start to the 2021 season and did most of its scoring in a chaotic Hungarian Grand Prix, which gave Ocon his maiden F1 win. Another highlight of the season for the team was Fernando Alonso's podium in Qatar, and in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, Ocon almost managed to hang on to third, with only late floor damage preventing him from keeping the second Mercedes of Valtteri Bottas behind as the Finn drafted past him across the finish line. Despite his initial disappointment at losing a podium, Ocon has said that he is happy with how both the car and the team are performing, which he thinks bodes well for 2022. Formula 2 now, and Richard Verschoor will drive Verschoor Racing System in this weekend's season finale in Abu Dhabi in place of the injured Enzo Fittipaldi. Verschoor drove for MP Motorsport in the first 6 rounds of 2021, but was replaced by Jack Doohan for the final 2 events due to financial issues. He will join Giroux in place of Fittipaldi, who continues his recovery from a start line shunt with Theo Pourchaire in Saudi Arabia last weekend. Fittipaldi has since revealed he escaped the incident with only a fractured right heel and cuts and bruises, while Pourchaire stated that he was fine. This weekend, Verschoor will race alongside Guilherme Samoia for Giroux, with the squad currently 10th in the team's championship. Don't go anywhere. We'll have lots more news from the world of motorsport coming up here on Motorsport TV Live. Super Enduro in action there, and it's great to see that back after a year's layoff. If you missed round 1, don't worry, you can of course stream it on Motorsport TV, as well as catching every round of the rest of the season live. Or if you prefer your racing on a virtual track, then look no further than round 2 of the NYMAX 3-hour race, which takes to a digital Nürburgring on Saturday. Super GT now, and Bertrand Baguette was one of 3 drivers in action during Nissan's shootout test at Fuji Speedway earlier this week. The test took place on Monday, the day after the launch of the new Z model that replaces the GTR as Nissan's GT500 base model for next season. Last week, Baguette announced that his tenure as a Honda driver would be coming to an end after 8 seasons in Super GT with the marque. With Nobuharu Matsushita rumoured to replace Baguette in the number 17 Honda alongside Kudai Tsukakushi. Speculation that Baguette is poised to replace Matsushita and partner Kazuki Hiramaini in the Impel car will only intensify following Baguette's outing for Nissan shortly before his return to Europe. MotoGP now, and retired MotoGP legend Valentino Rossi has labelled the many rivalries he's had during his career as something special and expressed fondness for all of his on-track foes. 9-time Grand Prix motorcycle racing world champion Rossi called time on his illustrious career at the end of last month's Valencia Grand Prix finale. Rossi's career was defined by the numerous intense rivalries he had, and when asked by motorsport.com which was his favourite, Rossi said, "The rivalry in all of the sport at the top level, maybe especially in MotoGP, is something that you don't like a lot, but it's fantastic for giving the maximum and for overtaking your limits. I want to say my favourite with Biaggi, but also with Stoner Lorenzo at the end with Marquez. It's something that after you remember it in a positive way as something special." And finally, Bennett's British Superbike champion Taron Mackenzie will look to defend his crown in 2022 after signing a 1-year extension to his deal with the McAMS Yamaha deal. The 26-year-old took 10 victories and 19 podiums on his way to the 2021 title, exactly 25 years after his father, Niall, who won the first ever modern-era British Superbike Championship title in 1996. 2022 will be Mackenzie's 5th year with McAMS Yamaha on the R1 Superbike, having first joined the squad when he returned from Moto2 in 2018. The youngster has made no secret of his desire to progress to the world stage, and in the hope of helping him realise that dream, McAMS Yamaha intends to enter him as a wild card into certain rounds of the 2022 FIM Superbike World Championship. And we will, of course, bring you further details about that as we get them. That's all for now. I'm Rachel Downey. Join us again here on Motorsport TV Live for all of the latest news from the world of motorsport. Bye for now.